Here's another historic page from the Illini Scrapbook. For the News Gazette, I'm Mike Pearson. Probably not too surprisingly, young Richard Marvin Butkus was a sizable newborn at Chicago's Roseland Community Hospital, weighing in at 13 pounds 6 ounces. Little Dickie, as he was known, was the seventh of John and Emma's kids. Pa, as Dick called him, stood 6'2", but was a rail-thin 170 pounds. Ma managed the Butkus household and worked 50 hours a week at the local laundry. All of the Butkus children worked as they were growing up. Dick's first job was at age 8 at a bakery on 103rd Street. At age 10, he was telling his mother about his plans to become a professional football player. Dick attended Chicago Vocational High School. At 6'3" and 225 pounds, he played on both sides of the ball and handled kicking duties too. As a junior, he was unanimously voted Chicago's High School Player of the Year by the Chicago Sun-Times. Notre Dame vigorously recruited the young Catholic lad, but Dick was turned off when coaches told him that he couldn't get married before he graduated. Though he and his future wife Helen had not set any firm plans to marry, the Golden Dome suddenly lost its glitter for Dick. When he asked the same question to Pete Elliott on his visit to Champaign-Urbana and the University of Illinois, the Illini head coach's response was yes, by all means. And that was all Dick needed to hear, and he committed to Illinois. After a few weeks in Champaign, the freshman began to get a little homesick, and Dick's confidence wavered, especially in the classroom. But Elliott and assistant coach Bill Taylor quietly encouraged and supported him. Their message was always the same: hang in there. Life will get better next year when you join the varsity. On the football field, Dick was immensely talented and versatile. Pete Elliott said that his young protege was much, much more than a great linebacker.
Dick Butkus was a great offensive lineman, an outstanding center, maybe as good as ever played around any college team. Of course, I got to say this, I think he might have been as good in many positions as any football player that ever played. He was just so good at so many things, both offensively and defensively, but of course people remember him as a linebacker. The only thing I doubt if he could play today would have been wide receiver. Maybe that wouldn't have been his spot, but aside from that, he'd have been great.
We'll continue our look at Dick Butkus's Illini career in our next page from the Illini Scrapbook, but coming up next, we'll give you a little more background about the patriarch of Butkus family, Dick's father, John. John Butkus, the father of the Illini football legend, was born in Kaunas, Lithuania in 1891. The Russians had been conducting a policy of ethnic cleansing, with Roman Catholics their main target. At age 10, his parents quietly arranged for John and his sister to escape from Lithuania across the southwestern border into Poland. They waited for their parents to join them, but they never came. John eventually immigrated to America, where he spent his early years in Minnesota as a logger. The shy, soft-spoken man eventually became naturalized. He moved to Chicago and worked as an electrician at Pullman Standard, makers of luxury railroad sleeping cars. He died in 1972 at the age of 83. For the News Gazette, this has been another historic page from the Illini Scrapbook. I'm Mike Pearson.